Hey there, Postal here. So today we're taking out a plane I just bought back. This is the Ki-94 Mark II. This is a Tier 8 light fighter on the Japanese Army line. So this is opposite the Jawa, the J7W1 at Tier 8. I don't recall actually liking this particular plane all that much. It has a lot going for it, though. It has great altitude performance, as you're about to see. Oh, there's frickin', god dang it, I'm already in this zone. Some frickin' military base in the center, and Postal's going for a command center or something. It's got great altitude performance, as you can see here. It has great maneuverability, for that matter. I forget, and I probably should have checked if it's on par with the Yak-15 or not as far as maneuverability is concerned. And then on paper, the guns are very, very strong. The issue that you run into with the guns is that they are all on the wings. As you can see, there's a big old gap in the center there where you can miss smaller planes, and you're a light fighter, so you, as you would expect, you'd be dogfighting quite a bit. And so versus those smaller planes, you tend to miss a lot of shots. Hell, in fact, versus some of the heavy fighters, I miss a lot of shots. And not because my aim's terrible, I mean it is, but that's not why. It's because the guns, the actual freaking bullets just go to the left and to the right of the target. So you'd say to yourself, okay, so this is really meant to take out like heavy aircraft, heavy fighters, ground attack planes, bombers. Yes and no. It is built very well for doing that, sure. But even that can be a little difficult sometimes, and the damage per second is a little bit lacking to be going for like ground attack planes, especially. You're in a Japanese fighter, so you can't really take hits. So it's kind of an odd conglomerate of, hello, nope, don't want that. A mix match of metrics going on here. You know, where you want to be in a dogfight, and you can excel as far as the airframe is concerned in a dogfight. See, you're gonna see here, I'm trying to hit this guy. I'm going for longer than I actually want to against it because I'm not able to get my shots to actually land. Unfortunately, I'm going to be dead here in just a second. Dang. So yeah, the guns are not built for taking on light fighters. They're more for taking on heavy fighters, but then you don't have the airspeed at Tier 8 to stay with the heavy fighters. You've got the maneuverability to stay with the light fighters. So it's just like an odd mix of weaponry and maneuverability and airspeed. So yeah, this is only the second battle that I've flown in it since I bought it back. But I can tell you in the first battle, like I was spending a lot of time going after bombers, because, you know, especially the Soviet bombers. Why the hell not? Might as well, right? They're kind of down low. And see, like, when your freaking guns hit, they're nice. You got two 30mm cannons, two 20mm cannons. Like, it's a good amount of firepower. It's just getting them to land on target. Now, maybe it's just my freaking pilot is, you know, a crap pilot, and that's exactly what it is a 90% pilot. So maybe that's my issue. I need to get a bunch of accuracy buffs on this sucker. And I'm sure that's what I'll be doing over the next however many months of getting this thing up to specialization. But in the meantime, man, it's pretty darn frustrating. So let's go after this ME, who of course has a pretty darn good rear gunner. how well we can do when it comes to actually damaging him. He's gonna have 2 bombs. We need to make sure we watch out for those bombs. Set him on fire. Excusez-moi. Alright, so we were able to get rid of the GA. Let's get up to some decent altitude here. We've got a multi-roll inbound that's down low, so never mind. Scratch that idea. Gotta get our... Oh, come on. Can I get some help here? Can I get an F3? Looks like we're gonna be staying down low for a little while here. We need to defend the crap out of this sector, that's for sure. No bombs on the base here. There we go. Knocked out his engine, or at least one of them. Excellent. He's dropped both his bombs, I'm pretty sure. I'm under that assumption, so we were taking a risk there, but not the end of the world kind of risk. Pretty safe risk, I would think. Come on, get these guns on target. So yeah, when everything's syncing up with this plane, it's an absolutely fun plane. Let's go ahead and get our altitude that I've been asking for the last however many minutes. Here we go. Let's get our military base to hopefully freaking cap a sector. I don't think we've capped a single sector this whole damn game yet. Let's get everybody to get that one, just so we got bombers and freaking and the rocket going for that one garrison, and yet we're losing the garrison. It's just ridiculous. What is this game? Let's get the Jawa, just because he's going to be doing damage to the air defense aircraft. And plus he's up really high for him. Say that, and then insta-regret. But we can outmaneuver him, so that's pretty nice, huh?
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed.
Let's see if we can knock out this P-47. Got a heavy inbound, I know. Try to knock him out. Get this bomb. We got both bombers over here. Oh, hello. Just try to knock down while we can. Sure we will. Come on, guns. Pancake is the more important threat directed at me, anyway. I'll get the bomber in a second, hopefully. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, oh, come on. Hit. 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 Just freaking hit. Gotta get this GU if we can. They're down to 3 guys left. Are we gonna be able to pull this out? Bombers are really what this thing can hit good. Come on, no, 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 no. Son of a...
The command center. Don't let them gain a foothold.
Ow. I forgot I'm not made of Soviet parts, I'm made of Japanese parts. Excellent.
The enemy is almost defeated. Make a final push.
What are we going for? Ringo, huh? Where is Ringo? Ringo's over here. Let's nose down, get our boost on. We might be able to, should be able to win this, actually. Yes! That's game.
I'm proud of you, pilots. Head back home.
And we still only got a second place there. Got our Spitfire kicking butt in the center there. P-51H I didn't even see, but I'm assuming he was trying to fight the Spitfire incorrectly. Let's head back. Alright, and so we were able to get 15 frags out of that, a little over 5,000 damage, 12,000 personal points. Obviously great teamwork, not that we were near each other by any means. But our Spitfire 14, who I'm not even going to try to attempt to pronounce his name, that's not true, Arangua, sure. Did really well doing whatever the hell he was doing, wherever the hell he was doing it. He captured 2 sectors, I captured 2 sectors. He did less air damage and got less targets. Okay. I don't know. Who the heck knows? Doesn't matter. Really doesn't. Hello. Can I click on the right thing here? Yeah, I got more capture points. I was destroyed less times. I don't know. I don't know. I must have killed some planes outside of a sector. And that's almost certainly what happened in that kind of situation. But this is second game back. First game, I had the great misfortune of loading in late and then going against Vorpal and him kicking ass in the JL. So that one was more of getting my butt kicked. So, although we did get first place on our team in that one, but yeah, what's that mean? I could see this plane being good. Right now, it's not stock, right? I do have it upgraded. Obviously, I've gotten the tier 10 on this line. But unspecialized or poorly piloted with less pilot points, this planes can be a struggle, right? The highest you can get your equipment up to is just improved. I definitely recommend the gyroscopic sight on this plane. Literally nothing else makes too much sense. I mean, the radio, I guess, could make some sense, but really you want your accuracy of the weapons to be as high as possible. I'm going to be, pushing to set this up for a complete accuracy, whether it's causing fires or doing critical damage. I don't care at this point, but right now the focus is accuracy. Once I specialize it, then I can help the forward firing weapons as far as equipment is concerned, and that's always going to be helpful. And in the meantime, my pilot can build up his Marksman 1 and Marksman 2. In reality, that's probably, I'm going to go Marksman 1 and then probably Aerodynamics Expert and then Marksman 2. I might do Marksman 1, Marksman 2, and then Aerodynamics Expert. It just matters how quickly I specialize the plane. If I'm specialized, then I'll do Aerodynamics Expert, because I'll have 3 different items helping the airframe, and then Aerodynamics Expert will make more sense in that kind of situation. I will put the polished skin on here, even though it lowers the maneuverability. The maneuverability on this plane is freaking stellar, right? So yeah, even though right now the plane is pretty frustrating for me, there's times where it takes me 5 minutes to kill a freaking bomber or, kill a heavy fighter that runs away at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I can also see the potential. I can see past my frustration to the potential of this plane being really, really good. Again, even though I didn't really like it overly when I first went down the line, I could see now where the excellent potential of this plane is. As far as versus a Yak-15 is concerned, keep in mind my Yak-15 is specialized, so it's at 100. Obviously, just, again, out of the box, the Yak-15 has better maneuverability. Spitfire 14 I don't have specialized, so this would be a better comparison as far as maneuverability and altitude performance is concerned. Now keep in mind, the Spitfire 14's altitude numbers are pretty... they're not fully representative of what the altitude performance of the Spitfire 14 is. You can actually get up quite high in the Spitfire. It just loses a lot of maneuverability up there, but it has the ability to get up there. The Ki-94 on paper is going to be better than a Spitfire 14, and Spitfire 14s are excellent planes, right? So the difference is on the Spitfire 14 you have 4 consistent 20mm cannons that hit very, very hard. On this you have 2 20mm and 2 30s, and it's those 30s that, yeah, they hit even harder, but they miss even more. So that's really the thing that my focus is going to be on over the next however many months, whereas I get this thing specialized, as I'm specializing a bunch of different planes. It's that kind of perspective. Now, being pretty high altitude performance, you might want to compare this to an ME-209. And so the ME-209 has, keep in mind, a lot of people will compare this to an ME-209. They say, I remember, them comparing the Ki line to the BF-109 line. Well, it's, got pretty good altitude performance, almost like a BF-109. Yes and no. Like, it's better than a Spitfire. It's better than all the other really turny fighters. But it is not a BF-109 or a P-51H as far as altitude performance is concerned. And certainly not as far as airspeed is concerned. So you want to make sure that you're aware of that in that kind of situation. If you are still in, I would think if you're up as high as a P-51H or an ME-209A, yeah, your maneuverability when you're in white altitude performance would be better, but in yellow altitude performance, you'll probably be about similar to them if you're still within their white altitude range, if that makes sense. So if you're like at 7,000 feet, or an ME-209 or a P-51H is still in their optimal altitude, but you're in your yellow altitude, you're basically at the same maneuverability at that point because of the amount of maneuverability you lose. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you've got quote-unquote better guns than those two planes. The ME-209's 30mm cannon, though, is hub-mounted, so it's easier to aim. It's also super long range, whereas the guns on yours are only 2,100 feet. You have really, really short range on these guns. So luckily, you've got the maneuverability to get on target pretty quickly. So yeah, again, I'm going to reiterate it. Not my favorite Tier 8 plane right now, by any means. Tier 8 fighter especially. But I could see the potential of this plane being exceptionally good as I take and get more experience in it. So that's my assessment of this particular plane. I'm definitely going to be hopping into some more battles in it. Do you agree with my assessment? Have you kept the Ki-94 Mark II? Is it something that you enjoy flying? Or is it something that you completely sold as soon as you could get past it and get to the Ki-162 Mark I? Leave a comment down below, and otherwise I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.